That's a point that is really well made. Jalen Rose always says there's the game of basketball in his case and the game of life, and he needs to play the game of life here because this is generational wealth that he clearly has set himself up to make. Let me bring the rest of the crew back in here. It's a little bit complicated, Mike T, and your experience as a GM. Lamar Jackson going into the final year of his rookie deal and does not have an agent in the classic sense. And Shefty was saying the other day that we've never really had a deal of this magnitude that had to be worked out in the NFL without an agent in the mix. How do you think that impacts everything?
Massively. For over 20 years, I negotiated contracts on behalf of clubs. I hated when a player didn't have an agent. There's a necessary role that an agent plays. They are a buffer. Players shouldn't hear every conversation that goes on in a negotiation because they may take things personally. And Lamar Jackson is a great player. I think the easy part, Greeny, the average per year, 40, 41 million, 42, it's somewhere in there. But he's been contacted 821 times in 4 years, according to Hembo. And when you watch him play, I would be really worried about his durability moving forward. He missed games this year. So the average per year is the easy part. How much is guaranteed? When it's guaranteed? We already talked about a guy like Zeke. Zeke's guarantee is preventing him from getting cut this year. That's the part that would be really difficult to get done, especially when a player doesn't have an agent.
Interesting. I keep thinking now about what D. Wood said. I hadn't really given that part of it a lot of thought. Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh obviously have a great relationship. They've built that franchise around his talents, and it has been an enormous success. But there's a part of me that agrees. Until he gets his money, especially with the way that he plays, it might be dangerous for him to go out there on the field. Kmart, what is your expectation?
Yeah, I'm glad that Mike brought up how many times he's been hit because that is something to factor into it. But that's also on the Ravens. You know, look at Lamar's 2019 campaign. He was the MVP. Their offensive line was top 2 at that point as far as how well it was playing. So that's just not on Lamar. That's on the team. They need to bolster this offensive line because you know that you are committed to building around Lamar and you need to protect him. So that's on DaCosta.
Yeah, they've got to make some moves there. And, of course, they were just decimated and devastated by injury a year ago, including to Lamar, who dealt with injury and with illness. Is this a team that could be right back in the mix of things here? Mike T, and do I still have D. Wood with me here? Let's see. No, D. Wood not there, but I've got Mike T. Is this a team, you look at Cincinnati having jumped up to the top. Oh, I do have Damien Woody. Let me come back to you, D. Wood, because if and when they do get this situation worked out with Lamar, is this a team that was Cincinnati? You just talked about them trying to go back to the Super Bowl, and the Steelers, and we'll see if they make some sort of aggressive move at quarterback. The Browns appear at this moment to be a mess. But is this still a team that you could see being at the top of this division if they get everything right?
Oh, absolutely. Like, make no mistake about it, Lamar Jackson is still one of the most unique talents that we have in this league. And I think Kimberley brought up a good point, is that over the past couple of years, we have seen the Baltimore Ravens offensive line take a couple steps back. That's really been the key. When Lamar Jackson was an MVP, guess what? Their offensive line was one of the top units in the National Football League. So they need to retool the offensive line, get that going. I would like to see them add a true number 1 receiver, although they drafted Rashad Bateman last year in the first round. If they can take care of those situations, you better believe that the Baltimore Ravens are going to have a lot to say in the discussion of the AFC moving forward.
That's right. But if I had a dime for every time someone has said on this show, the Ravens need to add a number 1 wide receiver, I have a lot of dimes. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.